Hi guys, Mr. War here. This week for maths, we're going to be looking at rounding numbers, and we're going to start off by rounding to the nearest 10. So rounding just means saying about. So rather than saying I've got 66 sweets in a jar, you might say I've got about 70 sweets in a jar. It's just rounding that number up. So we look at the number 43. We're going to look at both our tens and our units. So 43 is either going to be rounded up to 40, or the next 10 would be 50. And we've got to decide which way we're going to round 43. We're going to round it to 40, or we're going to round it down, or we're going to round it up to 50. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to look at our units. Now, if our units is below a 5, then we round down, so it stays at a 40. And as our number is a 3 there, that means we have to round down. So 43 is rounded to 40. Okay. If that number happened to be 46, and that was a 6, we would round up to 50. But as it's a 3, we round down to 40. Now, if we've got a bigger number than that, this time we've got 266. We need to put our hundreds, our tens, and our units back in. So again, we're only going to be focusing on the tens and the units. So we know that the hundreds is going to stay the same. So I might as well put that in already. It's going to stay at 200. And then we've just got to focus on the 66 part of our number. So does 66 stay at 60, or does it round up to our next 10, which would be 70? And again, what we have to do is look at our units. If our unit is a 5 or above, then it rounds up to 70. So we've got a 6 in there, so we know it rounds up. So the 66 becomes 70. We round to 70. So 266 is rounded to 270. So again, we could look at an even bigger number. And if we're rounding this one up to our nearest 10, we'll put in our thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. Now, again, we don't really need to look at our thousands or our hundreds. They're pretty much going to stay the same. So we're only going to look at our tens and our units, okay? So if we're looking at our tens and our units, we've got 83. So we've got to decide whether that's going to be 80 or our next 10, which is going to be 90. So if we've got 80 or 90. And again, we've got to look at our units and decide what number that is. So that's a 3. Which means it's under a 5, which means we round down to 80. So our answer there would be 4,780. One note to make, if your unit is bang on a 5, then you always round up, okay? So if that was 4,785, then that would be rounded up to 4,790. Okay, you always round upwards on a 5. Okay, any problems, please just message me on Class Dojo. So we'd round into the nearest 10 today, and then later on the week we'll go up to round into our hundreds, our thousands, and then a bit of a mixture on the last day. Okay, cheers guys, take care, bye.